Know the gang, know the gang, know the gang. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can join the notification gang and never miss an upload. What's up, players? It's Idlebound here, and today I'm going to show you what I think is one of the best two-play blitzing schemes in the game. I'm not even sure if like two-play blitzing schemes is something people think about, but I do. It's one of the best in my opinion because of three reasons. The first one is that it's accessible to everybody. It's from the big nickel over G, as you can see, and that's in every single playbook. So even though this is not your main scheme, you can always have it in your back pocket and be able to use it. Two, both of the blitzes are pretty easy to set up, and number three, they're effective. Now the first one is mainly a 4-man blitz, and you can run it from any play in this formation, and you can run it from the left to the right. I normally start by flipping the play so it can come off the left side. Quick note before we get started, every single play of this video is going to have the running back blocking. I normally like to run my plays or my blitzes and practice them against 6-man protection, because even though it may come in every once in a while against, or it may come in against 5-man, just the normal offensive line, most people are going to block their running back to help stop it. So I got to practice against that. You want to start off by base aligning, triangle to Y, and then pushing the D-pad to the right. You see the safeties are going to rotate, and this safety comes down to the defensive line or the line of scrimmage. You want to blitz that guy. To pull up you don't have to go over there, you can use global adjustments. To pull up the global adjustments for the DBs, it's triangle twice on PlayStation or Y twice on Xbox. So triangle, triangle, now all the DBs are highlighted. You see, you press triangle, you pull up the coverage adjustments, and then down at the bottom it says quick adjust, and you can pull it up and press it again to pull up the DBs. You can just double tap it pretty quick. We want to blitz Coleman, who is L1, so you select him at L1 and then pull the right stick down to blitz him. That's going to blitz him. Then you want to QB contain. Press L2 or LT and then R1. Next to last thing you want to do is you want to slant the defensive line to the inside. Press L1 or hold L1 or LB and then pull the right stick down. That's going to pinch them and like have them focus on blitzing the middle of the offensive line, or like kind of have them come from the outside to the end. I said it was a 5-man and I'm going to stick to my word, or 4-man, I'm going to stick to my word. You can do whatever you want with this defensive end. You can drop him into a zone, you can spy him, or you can man him up. I normally spy him, and I'll make this a linebacker so that way he's fast on the spy, and if I want to drop him in coverage, he can actually cover. So if I'm running this blitz to this one specific side, I'll probably change this guy in and out with the outside linebacker who can actually coverage. And you know that we're going to run the blitz. As long as he tripped up, but you see that he came through, he just fell over for no apparent reason. I don't know why he did that, but you see nobody picked him up, and that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to run it again. Hopefully he doesn't act like a doofus and come to the outside. There we go. He actually knows how to walk. Let's look at the replay to see why this works. So here we are in an instant replay, and the reason why this play works is because once we slant to the inside, this defensive lineman right here is going to take on the left tackle. And as long as this DB attacks to the outside, which is why we have him in a QB contain, so he's more prone to go to the outside, that left guard is not able to get over there in time, and then he's going to come to the outside. Now, as you saw in the first play, every once in a while he's going to trip. Every once in a while, for some reason, even though he's on the QB contain, he's going to run to the inside of the offensive line, which doesn't make sense. He's going to go like towards the center. I don't know why he does that, but sometimes the blitzes do that. I can't control it. Obviously that's not what I'm hoping for in the scheme, but it happens sometimes when you run blitz. Sometimes they don't run when they're supposed to. But as long as both of those players do what they're supposed to, your opponent's going to have to make some adjustments to stop that. We're going to run it again. Got the left tackle, and then we came to the outside. The running back called us at the last second, but for the most part, he came through free. Run it one more time, and then we're gonna run through the next part. So let's look at the end. The end hits the tackle. We come to the outside, and we come free. So, but this blitz is obviously only a 4-man, so it's not super hard. You can slide your line left or slide your line right. As long as you slide your line, you should be able to pick this blitz up. Hopefully they pick it up right here, and we can move on to the next blitz. So yeah, you slide your line, then your running back goes over to the other side. But that's why it's a two-play blitzing scheme. Let's go up to the second blitz to show you how you can counter your opponent's counter to this play. So the counter to your opponent blocking or sliding that first blitz is to send a different blitz, and it's the Mike SS3. Now, as the first blitz, it didn't matter which side it came off on. This blitz matters which side it comes off on. and then it's not like left to right is the only way to run it. You want to run it to where the blitz is coming in on the opposite side of the running back. So if your opponent lines the running back up on the left side of his offense, you want the blitz coming in to the right. And then same as vice versa. If the running back is on the right, you want the blitz coming in on the left. Right now the running back is on the right, so we're going to send it from the left. So this is going to be a 5 or a 6-man blitz. That's dependent on you, but the way you set it up is, again, pretty simple. You want to base a line, triangle or Y, and then push the D-pad to the right. You want to QB contain, L2 or LT, and then R1 for QB contain. Then you want to slant your line to the inside like we did before. Hold L1 or LB and then pull the right stick down. Then you want to bring this DB in to where he's in the QB contain. The reason why we do the QB contain first and then slant inside is so that this side of your offensive line or your defensive line, they're not in the QB contain. They're staying red and they're going to go straight to that line. Now here, like I said, you can run it as a 6-man just like this, but you can add more coverage and you can throw this guy into coverage, and that way you can have a little bit more coverage on the back end if it doesn't come through. And you want to make sure that this middle linebacker, you have to manually pull him over till he's lined up over the center. So it's going to create, you can see here, you can already see not only is there the edge blitz with these two right here, now you can get a looping blitz from this linebacker. So that way it throws another little wrinkle into the same blitz. So you see that time the edge blitz came through, but let's say your opponent wants you to stop the edge blitz by sliding right. So let me set up the blitz real quick. We got it set up. Now let's say he slides to the left and he IDs the edge blitzer. He said, okay, I see what you're doing now. I'm gonna slide to the left and ID that edge blitzer. Now it looked weird. I don't know what was going on there. Let's take a look at that again, because it looked like they glitched up. Like the linebacker was gonna come through and then he just like started doing the icky shuffle and started hesitating. So he started to come through, and then it looks like he wanted to come free, but then he chose to not. Like, you see that? Look, I don't know what's going on with this game. He has a free lane to come through, but then again, I can't really complain too much because the center missed a clean block. So let's run it one more time. That whole thing was just fluky if you ask me. I don't know what that whole last blocking play was about. Slide left and then ID this guy here. So you see here, now the edge rush still comes through. So you see what's going on? Your opponent stopped the initial blitz, the 4-man blitz, by sliding to the left. Now he slides left and it doesn't block that outside corner because the middle linebacker comes and takes away one of the linemen. So now we're going to try one more adjustment. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move the running back over to that side. So let's say you set the blitz up right, your opponent's running back is on the right, and then at the last minute he comes over to the left. Now if he does it at the last minute, you have to abort the blitz because the running back on the same side of the blitz is going to pick it up. But if you have enough time, you just simply have to flip the play and run it to the right side. So if you have enough time, flip it. But if you don't, then just drop it to normal coverage. But now you know that this running back is probably going to end up blocking. So if you just drop it to like a cover 2 or a cover 3 with good coverage, now he's running a play that he's expecting to be the blitz with, not a play that he's expecting to be good coverage with. So if you get caught like this, then you just drop it to coverage. But if you have enough time, flip the play. So this normally will pick up the blitz. I'm going to slide left and ID the middle linebacker. Normally this should. Sometimes the blitz still comes through. Yeah. See, that picks up the blitz. But in general, you guys can use common sense on how to run those plays. Obviously, you can't spam any play in this game because anybody with half a brain is going to pick it up. You spam that 4-man blitz, they're going to pick it up. You spam the 6-man blitz, they're going to pick it up. As long as you pick and choose the right times to use it, you flip it to the right side, you got your blitz coming in with coverage. Wait, actually, hold on, let me show you one of my favorite ways to cover that 4-man blitz. So my favorite way to run that 4-man blitz is to turn that entire coverage in the back end into like a cover 6 looks that really messes up your opponent. So I will have the blitz set up just like this. Hold on, there we go. I will have the blitz set up, but then I will turn the back end coverage to a cover 6. In the adjustments, you can sub a free safety or a strong safety into this position. So you could put Adrian Amos, Sean Taylor, or Brian Dawkins here. And I would normally use for this right linebacker. You can't turn this guy into a safety, so he has to stay a linebacker. But what I would do, is I would have the blitz set up just like this. And then I would have the blitz set up, but then I would turn the back end coverage to a cover 6. In the adjustments, you can sub a free safety or a strong safety into this position. So you could put Adrian Amos, Sean Taylor, or Brian Dawkins here. And I would normally use for this right linebacker. You can't turn this guy into a safety, so he has to stay a linebacker. But what I would do is turn it into a cover 6 just like this. So now your opponent is seeing cover 3 on the play call menu, but you got a cover 6, so he's dialing up his cover 3 beaters and you're not running a cover 3. I'll normally run a cover 6, and it's like I got 7 in coverage because I'm only blitzing 4, so I'm protected down low with the spy, and you can turn it into hard flats if you want to. I didn't do it right there, but you can turn them into hard flats, and it just provides an additional problem for your opponent. You see, so you can do a lot with this blitz, or obviously you can run it from a cover 2, you can run it from a cover 4. You can do a lot with this if you want, if you choose to. But I appreciate you guys showing up. If I even got you 1 sack or 1 pressure or 1 pick by using this play, let me know by hitting that like button. And what is your guys' favorite defense or favorite blitz? What's your base defense? Is it cover 2? Is it cover 3? Is it 3-3-5? What's your base defense? Let me know in the comment section and we can talk about it. I appreciate you guys showing up. I'll see you guys around next time. I'm out.